Alright, good morning, guys. Got a lot going on this morning. I had some things to do this morning, so I'm just now getting home and seeing what's going on. There's a lot going on. BIOC. Coming up to $6. RWalk's not doing anything. I'm going to take RWalk off. CRIS having a little pop there. See, AYTU, this ridiculous stock. Got a pretty big pop this morning. POK. LXRX with a big pop as well there. At the moment, I'm kind of interested in SLS. Just broke above this downtrend. Looks like it may try to test 9 here. I don't know if I want to get in that high up or not. Give that a second. See, IMP. Had a big gap up. Tops, this is one of the shippers. It's getting a little pop here. You got a little bit of everything going on this morning, so that's why I'm a little cautious. Let's see, SLS did pull back a little bit. Wasn't a 15-minute. Kind of like the way that 15-minute looks. Let me go back to that. One Life may be on to something there with the 15-minute. SLS does have room to run. It is above all indicators. No early chart resistance. Let's see, SLS pulling almost back under this downtrend. In fact, let's adjust the downtrend on this because it is getting hung up right there in that 9 area. Let's see, looks like it's trying to build some support here at 852. If it could hold 852. or 850 anyway. Market look like today is mixed. Yeah, it's a mixed market again. So it didn't hold 850, so coming all the way down to 840. So UTSI selling off, nothing there. And it looks like that's selling off as well. See, PRPO looks pretty done. Not seeing anything there. LXRX still climbing. So SLS coming down to the 9 here. So 9 holds up. I may look for an entry on that. Looks like SLS is coming down pretty hard. Looks like it's gonna maybe crack the 9 there. Where's the trade gonna be? Where is it gonna be at? See, IMMP. This downtrend here that it's coming up to. And this went on a pretty big run in pre-market. Could be a possible play here soon. Okay, ANIX is selling off pretty hard now. BIOC is interesting. It's in this big wedge. If it breaks over, let's see, pretty much if it breaks over 6, it's got some room to move. Gonna have a lot of resistance at 640. It looks like 630, 640. So here's some resistance ahead of this. Pre-market is all the way up at 684. Let's get into the tibia of this triangle. I know we saw. Wait, let's see. What happened with AYT? Did this have another pop? Well, it's a little pop up. AYTU has a lot of resistance ahead, but it did shoot straight up earlier through a lot of this resistance. I don't know. I'm very skeptical of that stock. See, IMPP is slowly coming up. Testing this downtrend right now. LXRX still running. Running slowly, but running. HT with a slow climb. So there's nothing right at the moment. A couple of different possibilities, but nothing I'm seeing right at the moment for a play. See, IMMP is really testing this downtrend though. Starting to pop up a little bit here. So where's the 9 at? The 9 is at 640, so it's not too bad. The only thing is it's up 200%, but had a little while to sell off there. Sounds BOIC. Oh, BOIC is close to cracking out of that triangle, so probably nothing gonna be there. Keep an eye on IMMP here for a second. See if we adjust this downtrend. Yeah, because it's getting hung up at 650, so that's right where the downtrend is. 650 starting to break though. It's starting to pop a little bit. A minute and a half on this candle to close. I may go. It's actually getting held up at 670 at the moment. Got a minute on this 5-minute candle. And it's starting to push here. I'm starting to push. I don't really want to get in this high though. Trying to see if it's going to have a little bit of a pullback at all before it started breaking, but so we got 10 seconds on this 5-minute candle. Let's see how this closes here. So we're a little bit off the 9. Rather be a little closer to the support than I don't know, this is looking like it may pop. Let's see, we're getting hung up on the 1 minute, right? Let's see, 685 is where we're getting hung up at. Looks like 675 is trying to hold up as some support. Oh, there it goes. Now it's cracking. No, 675 is trying to hold. It's kind of a double top here, though, so I'm kind of expecting a pullback now. Come back down to that 650. Yeah, if it come back down to 650, that would be pretty strong support. Yeah, this 1 minute downtrend here. Yeah, so just pop back down to 650. I may. All the way down to 9 at 640. Peek over at the 15 real quick, see what that looks like. I'm thinking about maybe getting in here. I don't want to buy a fallen dagger though. At the same time, this is a double top on the 5 minute here, but 650 holds up. I think I may go. Yeah, I'm gonna go. So filled at 657, and let's see if this is gonna keep moving or not. No, it just popped over that 1 minute downtrend up to 665. Let's see, we got a minute and a half on this candle to close. As long as it closes above 650, should be okay. See, there's more of a, okay, now the downtrend's a little bit more clear. Ooh, big drop out of nowhere there. See if the 9 holds up or not. And that's what I was talking about. That's the thing with, if you buy before the breakout and you buy in support on a pullback, you may be buying a fallen dagger, which was kind of what that was there. But let's see if it can hold up. Got a minute on this candle. Seller's really trying to push this down at the moment now. And double top there acting pretty crazy. And we can actually redraw the trend line and adjust it to there. Let's see if this comes back up or not. If it doesn't come back up on this candle, then it's going to be done. So it's got to start pushing and get back over the 9 and push up. Looking a little sketchy. It's getting held up at 640. It's getting held up by the 9 now. That does not need to continue. It needs to get back above the 9 real soon. This may dump here. It's getting real close to a dump. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. On the 15-minute, we're right on the 9. It's not below the 9, but on the 5-minute, it is below the 9. I mean, it's struggling to get back above 640. It needs to break that real soon. It needs to get above that 640. That selling pressure there. It's testing it now. Okay, that 640 finally did break down. Still struggling to hold above 640 though. Some buyers there at 635 trying to hold it up, but if we keep testing that, they're going to give up. So we got still struggling with that 640 area. What's up, Epic? Good morning, buddy. This struggling to get back above 640 is not good. This needs to get above it and start holding above 640. See, 640, it keeps it holding up, keeps acting as resistance. This is gonna crack. There we go. Starting to try to push above 640. Again here. Oh, nope. Getting pushed right back down. Oh, I don't know which way is this going to go here. This is a little sketchy. That's the thing about buying in early. You might get a decent entry around support below the breakout, but it also may not break out. It may just sell off. So there's not really one entry that's better than the other, whether it's at resistance for the breakout or after confirmation of the breakout or at support for the breakout. You just never really know. Ooh. It needs to stay above 625. If it cracks below 625, that's going to be it. It's going to sell off from there. See, on this 15-minute, it's barely holding up the 9. Getting real close to being ugly here. There's a lot of selling pressure on this. I don't know. I'm starting to think it's not going to break at all, or even get back up and test this downtrend. This has really got to change momentum in the direction it's going. The momentum is pointing down. You can see on the 5-minute still below the 9 at the current moment. A little bit of buyers there coming in above 630. We need more. We need to see a little bit more buying volume though. This is a small little green buying volume bar. Yeah, I don't know. This is looking bad. $630 starts holding up as resistance. This is definitely going to drop. And then $630 starting to hold as resistance. So we're having problems with $640. Now we're having problems with $630. That's the thing. If you start having resistance areas drop and drop and drop, it's going to keep pushing it down. It's that selling pressure. So if this is going to stay alive, it needs to get back above 630 very, very soon. And 640. I would say, ooh, it's just starting to crack. I would say most people are looking for bigger breakouts, but if you listen, consistency is key to being successful as a day trader. So if you can scalp 5 to 10 cents every single day, there is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I think just a lot of people are trying to get the big breakouts. This is looking real weak. I'm about to have to get out of this. This is really cracking. But I'm very close to switching over to more of a scalping strategy because, like One Life has been saying the past couple of days in the chat, the penny stocks are just acting crazy. They're not very consistent. The scalping them is consistent, but trying to get the big breakouts out of them, it just doesn't always work. And you kind of have to be very, very accurate to catch these big breakouts. Yeah, you do it. Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. If you can do that, the scalps, the 5 to 10 cent scalps every day, and you're winning most of the time, which it's not too difficult to get 5 to 10 cent scalps on penny stocks, especially using triangle breakouts. Usually, even if they're testing that resistance, usually they'll pop above the downtrend at least 10 cents. This is curling over. This is getting real, real sketchy. I'm holding barely by the hair of my chin, but this is really getting sketchy. But yeah, doing that every day, there's nothing wrong with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm really seriously considering switching over to just scalping because it's a lot simpler. Oh yeah, I'm sure you could scalp Apple too for 10 cents. I mean, it doesn't have to be penny stocks to get 5 to 10 cent scalps. It could be any stock. You could literally just pick one stock that you really like, that's like your favorite stock, and as long as it has somewhat of a trading range every day, like 20 to 50 cent trading range, then you could just trade that one stock over and over again every single day for 10 cent scalps. Let me see, where's the trend line on this? There's definitely a trend line. Actually, I'm going to draw the trend line on the 15-minute here. So the trend line on the 15-minute is back down to 550. I definitely don't want to hold it down to 550. That would be a rough loss after yesterday. I mean, that's all you need to do. That's the thing. You know, a lot of people try to overcomplicate the stock market, especially a lot of the YouTubers. And the reason why is because the more you complicate it, the more content you can put out. But if you've got a simple scalping strategy that works, which there's plenty of them out there, and even you can take what you learn in here, these little triangle breakouts that, you know, just about every day you see me play and they have a 10 to 15 cent, you can do it off of those. Like I said, there's plenty of different ways to get 5-10 cents out of the market. But that is going to be the most consistent way to get them. You can even get them on bounce plays, like right here. You know, you saw this start to come up. You could have easily hopped in there and got 10-15 cents on this little green candle. Yeah, yeah, Mark. That's that's kind of what I've been trying to do. Trying to do like a decent ratio, pattern trading, looking for some bigger breakouts, but the consistency, I don't know. Part of it's me. It's not really the strategy or the ratio, but part of it's me. The consistency of being disciplined. Sometimes I have some issues. That's the thing about the stock market, and I'd say that, well, not a lot of people will say this, but I'll say it. There's so many different ways to make money in the stock market. There's not just one way. That's the great thing. You see people coming in the live stream all the time, One Life and Daniel B and Keith and Mark, and there's a couple other people, Epic. Everybody's trading different things, and everybody's making money different ways. So there's not one secret strategy that is the end all be all of strategies. The stock market is an ATM, or it is a debt collector. So as long as you can figure out a way to make it your little own personal ATM, then that's all that matters. And the thing is too, strategies work differently because every human being is different. We all think different. We all have different consciousnesses, different personalities, different character traits. And because the stock market is human nature, you've got to keep that in mind, and that human nature is going to transfer over the strategy. So it's not just the strategy that you have to keep in mind. You have to also think about your own human nature, your own disciplines, all that different stuff. Oh, well, hey man, good job. Good job. I mean, if you're autistic and you're getting 5 to 10 cent scalps, you're doing good, buddy. That's all that matters. Like, you don't have to go for these big wins like I do a lot of times. Just if you can 5 to 10 cent scalp your way to victory, do it. Because you can always, that's the thing, if you're consistently getting 5 to 10 cent wins, then you can scale up as your account grows. So if you're starting out smaller, this is getting real sketchy at the moment. If you're starting out smaller and you're only buying $100 worth of shares and you get 5 to 10 cents every day, and then after a couple of weeks you've got a bigger account, then you start buying 200 and you're getting 5 to 10 cent shares, 5 to 10 cents a share, and then you get up to buying 500. It's going to start adding up eventually. Every day you'll be making that 5 to 10 cents could be $500 to $1,000 if you scale it up right. So and that's another little key to the stock market is scaling up your position sizes when you do have something that's working. Yeah, the limit orders, especially if you use the OCO orders, you can really take like all the emotion out for sure. Like the OCO orders, I really like. If I do start scalping, I probably will use those because it gives you that tight stop loss automatically. It purchases it for you, and then it gives you that price target of 10 cents. So all you have to do is just place the one order and then just sit there and wait to see if you get your 10 cents or not. Pretty easy. And like you said, it takes the emotion completely out of it. So that's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff you're talking about there for a new trader. If a lot of new traders could get that mindset, because see, the problem is a lot of new traders come into the stock market and they're so excited and they think that they're going to get rich overnight. They're going to get Lambos and all that stuff, and the stock market is not designed for that. There absolutely is a possibility that you can hit a big stock like yesterday. I can't remember the ticker symbol that ran like up to $150, GSLI, but that doesn't happen all the time. And most likely, this is cracking. I'm about to get out here. Most likely, that's not going to happen. So the better The more consistent as you can be, the better. Even if it's not that much, even if you're, barely getting little wins every day. That is better. Kind of lost my train of thought there for a second, so sorry about that, guys, but this was starting to drop a little bit. I'm watching it real close. I'm very close to getting out of this. Short selling. I don't like short selling. If you're very disciplined, hey, a big buyer just came in there. Let's see if this will push up now. You need to be very disciplined with short selling. The problem with short selling is, and this is kind of a subjective opinion on it. Most traders will probably disagree with me because you can put in stop losses and all that. But when you're going long on a stock, the only amount of money you can lose is the amount of money that you invested in that stock, right? So if you buy a stock at $1, say 100 shares, and that stock drops to zero, you'd lose $100, right? You're not going to lose more than $100. With shorting, say you short a stock at $100 or at $1, and you bought 100 shares, so you got a short position of $100 there, and it doesn't drop, and it runs from $1 to $10, well, now you've lost $1,000 if you didn't have a stop loss. Because technically stocks can run unlimited. They can only drop to zero. They can't drop lower than zero, but they can run infinite. I mean, that's most likely not going to happen, but like yesterday with that stock that went on that massive run, if you tried to short it down early and you kept holding, you probably lost your house, because you do have to trade on margin when you're shorting. So when you're trading on margin, you're also using somebody else's money. So if you have possible infinite loss on there, and then you go you lose so much that it goes more than what's in your account, you're going to lose more. You're going to be owing the broker even more money. So to me, it's a lot more riskier. And like I said, you can limit risk with stop losses and all that stuff. But here's the thing: are you really willing to take that gamble every single day? And the gamble is not that your stop loss might not get you out exactly, but the gamble is, what if your power cuts off? What if your internet goes out, something like that, while you're in the short, and then it comes back on, and you're just, oof. I'm about to get out of this. That's just a quick little crack there. Ooh, see if it's going to come back up a little bit. Try to minimize this loss. Oof. It's really getting hit here. I'm trying to see if it's going to get back above 6, but it really doesn't look like it's going to. See, how's this look on the 15 minute? Where's the 15 minute? There it is. Okay, so it did pop back above 6 real quick. Give it half a second. Yeah, you don't want those margin calls either. Yeah, so I mean, once you got a strategy, that 5 to 10 cent strategy, which actually that's the strategy I'm going to take over to to crypto. Okay, I'm getting out of this. This is just cracking. I'm not going to hold this any longer. It could continue up. The trend line is still up. The trend line is still holding, but I just can't hold any further down. If I hold it all the way down to the trend line, I'll be down like $60 or something like that. And then if it doesn't bounce off the trend line and it cracks the trend line, then it's just going to be a bigger loss. So I had to get out there. unfortunate loss. I tried to buy into that support off the 9 or close to it, but this ended up breaking down. See, that's the thing. That's the thing with entries. Entries are always a little tricky. Whether you're buying before the breakout, after the breakout, into the breakout, you never know for sure. Yeah, I mean, scalping buys can be tricky, but with scalping, you know, if you're buying into the, like I said, if it was with scalping, we'll go through here. We got we got a little time here, so we'll go through and on these penny stocks, we'll look and see if we can't find any scalps, or if it's not even penny stocks, it's whatever. I'm pretty sure that was most of my funds, so I'm not going to be able to do much. And if I can't buy anything, then I can't. So like right here, this is testing 10. If this breaks over 10, like you could buy right into this break at 10, and you'll probably get 10 cents out of this, because it did pop up to 10.34. So yeah, like right there, if you bought the broke at 10, what am I saying? If you bought the break of 10, yeah, if you bought the break of 10, and you can see it's already pushed up, and right there, 5 to 10 cents. So see how easy that was? I literally barely even clicked to another stock. I don't even know what stock this is, AYTU. And right there, that break at 10. Because when you're just looking for these 10 cent rips, it's really easy to find them. Because you got your resistance there. This is coming up into this resistance. This candle pushing above this red candle is going to show the body of this red candle, and this resistance right there is going to show a little bit of momentum. So you get that break right there at 10, get up to 10.15, quick little in and out, 5-10 cents right there. Did you scalp it? Did you make a quick 5 to 10 cents while I was saying that? But see, now if you didn't lock in and you're holding in a downtrend at the moment, you do have a little support there. A little. It's not a ton of support, but if you didn't get the quick little scalp on that little 10-cent candle, then you could end up taking a loss on this. But that's the thing, you just got to be quick. You got 8 cents out of it? Yeah, see how easy that is? It's like, I don't know. I really just need to switch to doing that. I just need to stick to scalping little 8 and 10 cents wins. They're so easy. It's the simplest thing to do in the market. It's not pretty. It's not shiny. You're not gonna, get rich overnight. But if you scalp 5 to 10 cents every single day for 2-3 years, you will start making some big money. So now on this, there's probably another scalp possibly coming up. If this comes back up to this downtrend and starts breaking 10 in this downtrend again, you might be able to get another 10 cents out of there. You don't have to tip me, that's fine. Don't worry about that. I mean, you can if you want. In the live stream, I had the little money symbol at the bottom if you want to support the channel, but I'm not asking you to, I appreciate whatever you guys do, but more than that, I appreciate you guys just being here with me and helping the channel. So let's see, we're testing 10 right here. Let's see if there's another scalp possible. Yeah, and look at there, tested 10 through the downtrend. Another possible 10 cents you could have got right there. Actually, you might get a little bit more out of this one. Yeah, look at there. Yeah, look at see how easy that is? Like this, doing this little strategy, you're just playing little 5 to 10 cent little pops on resistance because you're normally going to get those, out of that downtrend. So even if it doesn't go on a big massive run, usually if you get a little downtrend break like that, you'll get 5 to 10 cents. That's pretty easy to do. Did you get that one too, Keith? Did you get another 10 cents on that little pop? So I'm saying if it works, which I know this strategy works because I've done it in the past. I just went away from it because that was towards the end of the year. Normally, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I have my thoughts. My experience sometimes confuses me because in the past, towards the end of the year, November and December and even October, usually there's some very big rippers every day consistently. And this year, it's not been the same. The whole entire year has been different than most of the years that I've been trading. Normally, you get little trends of penny stocks running for like a month, and then it'll switch to a different type of penny stock running for a month, and you can get some big wins consistently. But this year has not been the same. So my experience, this is the thing with the stock market, you're ever learning. So trying to trade these big breakouts when your experience is telling you, oh, this is hot breakout time, and then it doesn't, this year is not actually showing hot breakout time consistently. You run into those problems. So yeah, I thought IM&P was going to move too, but it didn't. It's one of those things, it did try to break the downtrend, but it got held up pretty hard. Now it's coming back down. And I took a little loss on it too. But that's what we're sitting here discussing, looking at these 10-cent scalps. The only thing is with the scalping, you do want to make sure there's good volume on a stock. Like AYTU, I did randomly just click over to AYTU when I started talking about this scalping and pointing out these little scalps. And it did have volume. It still does have volume. But that's, you do want to make sure there's volume. SLS took a dump. I'm going to give me some. So now you got that downtrend. Now you can take and you can draw a line straight across here, and you got an overall downtrend at the top. You got 20 cents on Apple, so you're scalping Apple. Let's take a look here at Apple. Well, nice job, buddy. Apple got a little climb there. You see, it's slower climb. So that's the thing. If you're trading the higher price stocks for scalps, they may be a little bit slower scalps, or they may not be. Like this one candles 123.41 up to 123.71. So there's actually, 40 cents in there. But if you've got a smaller account, you're going to have a hard time getting enough shares of Apple. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you only got 500 or 1,000 to work with, trying to scalp Apple for 5 or 10 cents is going to be a little tricky because you're only going to be able to get, 8, 9 shares. And if it moves 10 cents, that's only $8 or $9. Where like AYTU, if you bought 100 shares at 10 and it moves up to Hold on, I feel like I'm doing my math wrong. NEOS, let's see. And it's a slow pop. Let's see what they got, a merger. Oh, they got a merger with AYTU, so that's why it's popping. They got the merger with AYTU. Yeah, so if you got a big account like that where you got 60K in buying power, then it's a lot easier to scalp. It is definitely a lot easier to scalp when you have a bigger account. See anything else going on here? Let's see, CRIS. Not much really there. BLIC, I'm good. Yeah, that cracked down. RGLS getting a little pop up there out of nowhere from $1 to $1.25. See what's happening here with tops. For anybody, 5 to 10 cents is good. You know. That's the thing. If you can consistently pull 5 to 10 cents a share a scalp, then over the long term, when you start scaling up, it'll start adding up. It'll just take longer to build up. But like AYTU again, if it starts to break over 10 again, there could be a possible scalp there again. Right now it's a little below 10. But if it comes back up, and you can also scalp on bounces too. Like this just hit the 9 right there at 971, and you could have got a bounce up for 10 cents. Hedge funds do this. They do it in very small increments. Like that's most of the stocks movement in the stock market is hedge funds and algorithms doing it. Let me find a stock with no volume and I'll show you. I'm looking for one that's kind of barcodey. Yeah, so right here, like this one's barcodey. You can see right there, there's the resistance lines have hit straight across right there at 170. That's like perfect. Human beings buying stocks cannot do this. This cannot be replicated by human beings because every human being is random and stuff. This is algorithm trading right here. This is a computer trading, and the hedge funds they'll have the algorithm come in, push it up for 10 cents, sell it off for 10 cents, and they'll actually simultaneously, because they're trading such big positions, they can't trade a million shares at once. So what they have to do with these algorithms is they have to break it down into little positions. So you probably get 1,000 share push up there, and then they'll short it down again with 1,000 shares, and it just you get these barcodey stocks where it's just like a computer. It's like there's no possible way. And this happens in the stocks that don't look like barcodes as well. It's just like IMMP. The barcode, you won't be able to see it because there's actually people in here buying it. You know, all this volume in here, there's more than just the robots buying it. So the robots are in here as well. They're going to be in every stock pretty much. Well, probably not every stock, but a lot of stocks they'll be in it. And that's all they're doing. They're just algorithm trading. Like, see, there's nothing in this at all. There's no computer trading this at all. This is just doing nothing. It's going sideways because literally nobody is buying it. But that other one I showed you, it looked like a barcode. That was one that was definitely getting traded by algorithms. What's up, One Life? Listen, hedge funds lose your money during a downturn, but they're not losing their money. Hedge funds know to short the market when it's going to go down. They're not going to tell you that. If you got your money in a hedge fund or something, they're not going to say, "Oh no, the market's starting to drop. We could short it and make a lot of money." No, they're going to say, "Oh no, the market's dropping. We're going to get you out and save you money so you don't lose all your money." And people are happy to like, "Oh yay, don't save my money." And then they're happy that they saved their money, but in reality those hedge funds shorted the market themselves and made a killing. They just not giving you any of it. Oh, don't even. It's probably not legal, but that's the thing with the stock market. Wall Street is dirty. Wall Street is a dirty, grimy place. Doesn't matter if it's legal or not. Like, the pump and dumps are illegal, and you see pump and dumps every day. There's just too many stocks, too many people, too many things trading for, it really to be consistently regulated. They try to regulate it, but hello, Andre. How's it going, buddy? Appreciate you joining us. New to the stream there. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's what you gotta keep in mind, and that's why I consistently say, like, all it takes when you're trading stocks is one person to ruin your day. All it takes is one hedge fund, one Wall Street trader. You can have the best news, the best pattern, the best strategy, everything, and that one Wall Street trader can come in and short it. IMP right now, it's down on the trend line. It still has a chance to move, but it does have the downtrend also right here at 615. So I mean, I'm in MMP. I took a loss on it, but it is possible that it could get moving again if it holds up its trend line, which so far it looks like it's going to. The Airbnb supposed to the IPOs today. If you're a beginner, then no, I'm not going to recommend for you a stock to buy because you don't want to be buying because other people are telling you to buy a stock. What I'm going to recommend you do is you start to research. If you subscribe to the channel, well, that's what we've been talking about is locking in small profits on scalps. But if you subscribe to the channel, I have a day trading playlist of lessons that can get you on the right track. But you wanna consistently be learning. But just going and buying a stock because somebody tells you to, you're not gonna make any money doing that. I can guarantee you that. I mean, you might make a little money here and there, but when you're trading stocks, you want to be trading them on your own accord. You don't want to be buying them because somebody else is buying them. Like if you watch the live stream, that's why I tell people don't just jump in a stock because I'm jumping in the stock. If you see me jump in the stock, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make some money. I can be wrong, obviously. So you got to make your own. You got to make your own. Your own decisions. You want to be making your own decisions. You want to understand why you're making a trade. If you have no idea why you're making a trade, then why would you make it? Because at that point, you're just gambling, no matter what somebody tells you. You want to have that understanding yourself. So if you go to my day trading playlist, I've got my day trading lesson playlist. I talk about how to find these stocks every morning and stuff like that. There's multiple videos and different things and scanners like TOS. I use these scanners. Which, oh, there it goes. That was working. And that's what some of this is on the side, is scanners as well, to try to find these stocks. You can learn how to do it. It's not that difficult to find the stocks to trade every day. Oh, I didn't even know that about Eat Sleep Trade. That's interesting. That is interesting. So yeah, like I don't really give advice. All I do, all my channel is about is you guys learning from my experience and making your own decisions. I'm not gonna tell you to buy any stocks. I'm not gonna, you know, I'll give you my opinion on a stock, what I think about it, and I'll walk through my trades of what's going on through my trades. But NEOS, it's slowly climbing. Let's see, what is the float? NEOS. Decently low float. Had 118 million in volume. That's the thing. It's getting a lot of volume, but it's barely moving on this volume. See right there, like that was 6 million in volume. You're getting a little push, but not much. It could be a slow climber all day because of this merger with AYTU. Possibly, but if AYTU starts cracking, then NEOS will start cracking as well. Most likely. So just keep that in mind. And NEOS is up 109%. Dividend investing is great. I love dividend investing. I have a portfolio with dividend stocks in it. Like, it's not going to make you rich overnight, but in the long term, it'll definitely make you some money. And I have a couple of videos on different dividend stocks, like REITs. If you haven't seen my REIT video, go watch the REIT video. Yeah, I know One Life. AYTU, it's just nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years, that's plenty of time. And if you keep learning, if you learn day trading, keep learning the stock market, in 10 years, you'll have it down pretty good, most likely. 10 years is a lot of experience. Give me just a minute here, guys. I'll be right back. All right. So I'm back. Ugh. We'll give the stream about 10 more minutes here if you guys have any more questions, suggestions, or ideas. But it was a nice day out today for winter time, and I'm going to take my dog for a walk. Market's still mixed. What's SPY's doing? SPY's had a little pullback today. You can see NEOS starting to pull back because AYTU is pulling back. On Tesla, I looked at Tesla in a little bit. It's really high. Tesla's a tricky stock, man. Tesla's I don't know. It's not something I'd buy right now. At the moment. Maybe if it got back down in this 500 area where the support is and the 50-day moving average is, but right now it's a little sketchy. But Tesla, I mean, long term, I don't think Elon Musk is going anywhere. I think Tesla will continue to climb. But it just, when it gets going, it has pretty erratic moves. It kind of acts like a penny stock. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. It's kind of overvalued. I kind of agree with One Life. It's overvalued at the moment. I mean, you have a lot of retail traders who push this up as well, besides just institutions. So, Airbnb, I guess, still hasn't come out yet. SLS is starting to break this little downtrend. If it pops over 9, it could get a little pop. Well, I'd be careful on Airbnb when it IPOs. I'm kind of expecting it to have a pullback because they are valuing it higher than what it's supposedly worth. So that's the thing with IPOs. You kind of want to give it a little time to see. You don't want to buy as soon as it opens because it could just dump on you. You kind of want to wait and fill it out. So yeah, SLS pushing up to $9 right now. It may try to break here. Oh yeah, there it's pushing through 9 there. So you see, as soon as it broke 9, you got a quick pop up to 9.10. There it goes, pushing up some more. Woo! There's a big pop out of that $9 area. Could have got an easy 50 cents there. Ooh, even more, 60 cents. Nice little push on this. Breaking $9. Look at this. Look at this run right here. Breaking $9 all the way up to $10. Whole dollar move there. I would probably expect a little rejection at $10, but if it breaks through $10, it could keep ripping. Actually, there's a lot of buying volume starting to come in. Let's see. It did get rejected the first time it hit 10. It's going to try to hit it again here. Yeah, breaking over 10. But yeah, 10's going to be a little hard. I mean, it just ran $1, so I don't think it's going to keep running over 10 at the moment. Probably have to consolidate. Yeah, it went for a nice run. That's what I was saying. It broke the downtrend, and if it broke $9, it was going to get a move. Yeah, it is. It is extended right now. It's very extended. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you had $1 move in a span of a couple of minutes as I was talking about it. You got $1 rip. So, and 10's going to be some resistance. It could break over 10, but at this point it's way off the 9 EMA, so I would expect some type of a pullback, a little bit of consolidation, and then maybe a test in about 10-15 minutes of $10. It might could break over 10. Yeah, that little upper shadow tail there on the 1 minute, yeah. There's a rejection at $10. That's what I was saying. I was expecting it probably to get rejected at 10. Did get a quick little pop over 10 to 10.13, or 10.16. But a lot of the dividend stocks in my portfolio are REITs. Like my favorite is probably IIPR. I bought IIPR back in back somewhere in here in like this $80 range, and you can see nice consistent dividend there. Quarterly dividend of $1 or more. So pretty decent dividend yield, plus the growth of the stock continues to grow. If you do some research on this company, if you like cannabis stocks, this is a very interesting REIT, the way they do business. REIT is a real estate investment trust. So basically, you're investing in real estate when you buy REITs. So it's very important that you treat it like real estate. Because it will move. I mean, it does have stock movements. It is a stock, but it's very important because these don't react exactly like the stock market does. They react more to what the housing market is, or like this IIPR is an industrial stock, industrial REIT, commercial REIT. So, it depends on what commercial real estate is doing. So what you want to do when you're looking at these REITs is you want to go and look at their portfolio. What properties do they own? Who are their tenants? Because most REITs, they either own land or they own, they usually own land, but they also usually own buildings, and they rent those buildings out to people. So like for an easy example, SPG is Simon Property Groups. If you've ever been to a mall and you notice Simon Properties, this is the REIT that pretty much owns most of the malls in America, is SPG. And you can see they got a pretty nice dividend yield too as well. But it's going to be a little sketchy because of retail and everything going on with COVID. That's going to be a little more sketchy because this is a retail commercial REIT. But there is housing REITs where they, like I said, I've got a whole video on this. If you go watch the REIT video, it'll go through all of this. But they usually higher dividend yields than most other stocks. Yeah, malls were struggling before then, but that's the thing with not IIPR, but SPG with Simon Properties. They own the land and the buildings, so even if the retail stores are doing bad, they could always sell those buildings or put other things in those buildings if they wanted to. That's why I like REITs more than I do like I'm not gonna buy a retail stock to hold long. Unless it's like a commercial REIT like Simon's, because their product, they're not selling any products. All they're doing is renting and leasing out buildings and shops to people. So if a business goes out of business, they can always get a different business in there. No, I've not had any. I mean, I don't see why there would be any problems. They trade just like a stock. So if you put your money in there, you can pull it right back out. I mean, they act just like a stock. The only difference is they're not exactly the same thing. Like most stocks are companies that have products, like Tesla has the cars, the batteries, and all that stuff. Whereas a REIT is going to own the building probably that is renting it out to Tesla, unless Tesla owns their own buildings. But there's some REITs that rent out warehouses to Amazon and stuff like that. I talk about it in that video. So they're definitely ones to check out. But if a housing market crash happens or anything like that, all the REITs will take a hit. That's the risk that comes in with it, with REITs. But yeah, go check out that REIT video. There's good information in that REIT video. It'll give you more detail. But alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me. We will be back tomorrow most likely. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Till next time.